And if you look on the next page, which is the dashboard, district vacancy statistics, total vacancies at the college and career is 5, and that's a 4% decrease from last month to 89%. And then for teachers, those are the same 5 vacancies, which is a 7% decrease. At the Arts and Technology Academy, there's actually no change. It's still at 97%. There was an oversight. And then we have 0 vacancies for teachers at this time. So we're 100% staff at what teachers at the Arts and Technology Academy. At the Early Learning Center, we still have the same vacancy, which is no change in the percentage. We're still at 97% staff school-wide. And then we have 1 vacancy, which is the same from last month, which is no change. However, we are 94% staffed at the Early Learning Center. Overall, in the district, we are 94% staff, which is a 1% decrease. And then for the teachers, we are 91% staff district-wide, which is a 3% decrease. So we're still in the 90th percentile for staffing for our teachers. Some of the highlights we have coming up, and just what we so we do have we're still continuing with our alternative certification meeting. This year our teachers going to be participating virtually. They made some changes back in 2020 during COVID. They made some changes that allowed teachers to enroll virtually into the program without taking the Practice 2 exam. Now some of those changes are reverting back to their old standards and requirements. So they're going to be virtually to meet with our teachers on the 21st to provide all the detailed information with them. This past month, we also honored our learners, our principal of the year, and as well as our support staff, teacher, and new teacher of the year. It was a very nice event at Law Cook on March 26th. And then we are currently celebrating our assistant principals this week in honor of week. And then finally, the 26-27 staffing is meeting. It was conducted on March 19th, and we are moving forward, preparing for advertisement and for the upcoming school year. Do you have any questions about that?
Any questions? Concerning the- Okay, that concludes the Personnel Committee. Budget and Finance will come to order. Roll call.
Ms. Virginia Bell,
Present.
Ms. Linda Cheney, Ms. Lolita Porter, Dr. Kelly Joseph,
Here.
Ms. Ashley Castle, Ms. Tracy Womack.
Okay, could I get 2 volunteers to replace Ms. Cheney and Ms. Porter? Okay, Ms. Porter's gonna do it, and Mr. Hughes. Oh,
Okay. A quorum has been established.
okay, the first item is to receive and consider for approval the 2026-2027 salary schedule.
Yes, committee, I'm asking that we table this item for this month because there are some other items, other things that I need to include in the salary schedule. And I also need to meet with the union president, make sure that all of the language is correct and, we're doing what we need to do. So I'd like to table it for next month.
Okay, could I get a motion to table that item?
I so move.
Motion by Ms. Porter. Second by Mr. Hughes to table that item. All in favor?
Roll call.
Okay, roll call vote.
Ms. Bell,
Yes.
Ms. Joyce Porter,
Yes.
Mr. George Hughes,
Yes.
3-0 motion carried, referred to the full board to vote.
Okay, next item, receive and consider for approval food service bid awards for the 2026-2027 school year. Ms. Format.
Good evening, board, committee, and community. I'm asking the board approval for the 2026-2027 food service bids in the following category: processed food, frozen food, bread, fresh fruit and vegetables, pest controls. These bids are issued annual, exception for the fresh fruit and vegetables, which these are quarterly bids. These bids that's quarterly, we want to make sure that we have competitive pricing. Um, Also, we have a new vendor, and that's called Pest Master, and that's for our termite and pest control. They're from out of Baton Rouge. I don't know anything about them. So we're gonna hope that we have a very successful service with them. As well as we had 3 partial bids. Frozen and processed was split between S&W Whole Food and Gold Star Food, the same as processed, the 2 vendors. And our paper and chemical was a split bid with Syntox. As you are aware of, our milk and our waste bid was a 1-year extended bid for the 2026-2027 school year. Both parties agreed on the terms as well as pricing, so it's the same pricing as last year. Approving tonight's bid will allow us to move forward and secure the vendors and ensure that there is no interruption for food service or the district for our new school year. Any questions?
Committee, any questions? Okay, no questions. Can I get a motion to accept the bids? And you say you only had 1 new vendor out of all of this?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, and that was the pest.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so it sounds like you've been working with these folks.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so can I get a motion, please?
I so moved.
I have a motion by Ms. Porter,
Second.
second by Mr. Hughes.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Ms. Virginia Bell,
Yes.
Ms. Joyce Porter,
Yes.
Mr. George Hughes, 3-0 motion carried, referred to the full board to vote.
Okay, next item, receive March financial dashboard.
I texted Miss Castle. She's on her way. She had some issues with finding her keys. So can we just table that and come back to it when she comes in?
Okay. Okay, we're just gonna hold that, and maybe she'll be in before we finish.
Yes.
Okay, next item, receive 2024-2025 financial audit update.
Same with her. It's her report.
Oh, okay, those are same person.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Well, that's gonna conclude the Budget and Finance Committee.
Okay, the policy committee is called to order.
Mr. Alton Travis,
Here.
Ms. Joyce Porter,
Present.
Ms. Linda Cheney,
Present.
Dr. Kelly Joseph,
Here.
all members are present.
Only item of business is Receive and consider for approval addition of two policy ABCA. Board members are required to be present at duly scheduled board meetings in order to qualify for their monthly stipend. Failure to attend a scheduled board meeting will result in forfeiture of the stipend for that month. Exceptions may be granted in cases of family emergencies or work-related obligations, provided that the appropriate notification is given in accordance with board procedures.
Okay, we just recently had our school board annual conference, and this is a concern that not only myself had, but other board members as well, about board members attending the required scheduled board meetings, along with if you sign up for something, you should attend, because we have to pay a registration fee for it, along with travel and meal reimbursement. So if you don't attend, then it's costing the board unnecessary money. And we all know that in St. Helena Parish, money is an issue. So I would like to see this policy move forward. And I'm not saying the whole entire stipend for the board meetings. I think it should be an amount, a certain amount that we subtract from the board members if they do not attend board meetings. Or if they register for a conference and they do not attend, then they should have to reimburse the board, because that costs. And we do not have money to waste. Any other comments, board members? I need to get y'all feedback as well.
Okay, you want this effective this month?
But we got to put an amount to it for board meetings. We need an amount, and then conference. How do you want to handle that? I suggest that if you register for a conference and you do not attend, then that you reimburse the board that total cost, because you know well in advance. We know dates in advance when we're attending things, so we have to plan accordingly. So if we say we're gonna go, we're gonna go. If we're not, we're not.
Oh, it says like an emergency, sickness or illness,
Right.
so we can't
That's in the policy.
schedule that.
I didn't understand what she said.
So sickness or illness?
It's clearly stated there.
Mhm. Well, like if they don't come to board meeting and they're required to come to board meeting, I suggest that we at least dock them $50. That's me. Because I feel like I have an illness and I can be at board meetings. I just don't understand why everybody else can't. And out of the 16 years I've been on the board, I think I done missed maybe one or two times. Even when I was ill, I was on the what they call the no, I would attend board meeting over the phone or Zooms or something like that. I would always try to get to the meeting, whether I'm there or not.
And I guess what I'm asking the board members now is to give us feedback. We talked about it. I mean, it wasn't just me. It wasn't just Ms. Porter that discussed it. If you wanted to move forward, we can get a motion and move forward with it. If not, we could tape it to a later date. We're not going to take a tremendous amount of time to discuss this, because we sort of mentioned it. So we need to know what we want to do moving forward. Me personally, I just don't see paying registration and stuff for someone to attend something and they do not attend it. That's a waste of money. And if that be the case, then that individual moving forward should be responsible for reimbursing the board.
I agree with the creating a policy, but I think we need to revisit once we get numbers and figures together, and then maybe set it and then come back and vote for it.
All right.
What did she say?
Yeah, wait till we get some numbers. Yeah, that's, I agree. Yeah, get some numbers.
So can I get a
and then we have
motion?
something to vote on.
That's what we
don't
need a
have nothing
motion.
to vote on right
Can I get a motion?
now. Yeah. Can
Yeah,
Al
that's
get
what
a
we
motion?
need. That's
Can
what we
Al
need.
get a-
I'll make the motion
What is the motion gonna read?
that,
Table it?
We table it once we get the numbers and figures.
well, somebody else make the motion. I ain't make because I'm ready to do it right.
What's the pleasure of the committee?
So we're not gonna get a motion? No motion?
Who's on the committee?
I move that we get a motion. I move that we table this until we get the correct figures and bring it back to the board.
A motion has
Committee.
been made to table this item.
I said,
Second by Ms. Porter. Any further discussion? Vote,
Mr. Elton Travis,
yes.
Ms. Joyce Porter,
yes.
Ms. Linda Cheney.
Yes.
3-0 motion carries. Refer to the full board to vote.
Okay,
That concludes the policy committee.
okay, the education committee will come to order. Roll call.
Ms. Lolita Porter,
Present.
Virginia Bell, Ms. Linda Cheney,
Present.
Dr. Kelly Joseph.
Here.
All members are present.
First item is to receive and consider for approval 2026-2027 district calendar.
Yes, committee, we do have, the calendar that was approved by the calendar committee for the 2026-2027 school year. And I'd just like to go over some of the highlights.
Before you get started, Dr. Joseph, did LAE, did the faculty have an input on this calendar? Because I did get some feedback from a few people that had, so did they were they involved as well?
The calendar committee consists the principals and representatives and people who it's
So the teachers didn't have an option.
no, we only had one calendar this year. Okay, so for the month of July, there are 4 professional learning days. We call it our professional learning week. That is July 27th through the 30th. Then we start school August 3rd. That's the first day for all of our learners. And we will be on a 5-day school week for that month. For September, we are off September 7th for Labor Day. There is a professional learning day at the end of the month on the 28th, and there's no school on Mondays. For October, same thing, no school on Mondays. Homecoming will be October 16th. And there will be no school, of course, for all of our learners, but it is considered a professional learning day for our teachers and staff. November, we are off for Thanksgiving, November 23rd through the 27th, and that month is a 5-day school week. Along with December, we are off December 21st through the 31st for the Christmas and New Year holiday. For January, the learners will come back on Tuesday, January 5th. We have Martin Luther King holiday on the 18th, and there are no schools on Monday in January. For February, we're off, the kids are off on the 1st. That will be a professional learning day. Mardi Gras falls on February 9th of 2027. We'll be off the week from the 8th through the 12th. And then we'll start our spring break Fridays from that point until Good Friday, which is March 26th. And Easter is on the 28th that year, and we'll be off that Monday and Tuesday. In April, we have another professional learning day on the 9th, which is a Friday. And then we will be off on those Fridays with LEAP testing window that month. And in May, we have our last day of school, which will be May 20th, and the 21st will be Records Day. So in all, we are required to have 63,720 instructional minutes. The total minutes that we have for this calendar is 66,420 minutes, which leaves a difference of 2,700 instructional minutes, which equals out to 7 embedded days that we will have in the event of any school emergencies. The school hours will be from 8 to 3:30. That equals to 410 instructional minutes per day. And that's it. Any questions?
Any questions? So can I get a motion to,
This is for the people with their face off on Mondays.
The what?
Pretty much, yeah. What a few Fridays.
Well, we have the Friday, the spring break Friday. That's why that's a holiday. That's not. More special month. So we're off on Mondays in the fall and Fridays in the spring. Yeah. Would somebody understand?
okay,
It doesn't matter what
okay, if there's no other,
So I'm asking for approval, I'm sorry.
okay, so can I get a motion to approve the 2026-27 district calendar?
We have a question in the audience.
Question?
Can you come to the podium?
I'm sorry.
I just wanted to get the dates for Mardi Gras again.
Oh.
So it's going to be a week? Is that a
Yeah,
week?
that's the major difference from last year to this year, because I see that, other districts are going up for the week, and
Okay.
yeah, so that is
February the 8th through
Yeah.
12th.
Okay.
Yeah, February 8th to the 12th.
Okay, thank you.
Any other questions, comments? Okay, can I get a motion to approve the 2026-27 district calendar? A motion?
I motion.
You don't need to leave.
Real motion.
I motion.
Motion?
Yeah.
Can I get a second? Second. Okay. Next item, roll call. Roll call.
Ms. Lolita Porter,
Yes.
Mr. Dean,
Yes.
3-0 motion refer to full board to vote.
Okay. Next item, receive and consider for approval grade configurations as follows. St. Helena Early Learning Center through pre-K through third, St. Helena Arts and Technology Academy, 4th through 7th, St. Helena College and Career Academy, 8th through 12th.
So as a part of our continued commitment to improving outcomes for all of our learners, we planned a thoughtful reconfiguration of our school grade structure. This decision is grounded in research, aligned with best practices, and designed to better support our learners academically, socially, and emotionally. So we are proposing, beginning with this upcoming school year, that we change the grade configuration for our Early Learning Center from pre-K 2 to pre-K 3. For our Arts and Technology Academy, which is currently 3rd through 6th grade, change that to 4th through 7th. And at our College and Career Academy, which is currently 7-12, change it to 8 through 12. This shift is about more than moving grade levels. It's about creating a stronger, more stable educational experience for our learners and improving school culture and climate. Each school will now serve a more developmentally appropriate age group. So early learners pre-K3 will benefit from a strong foundation in literacy and numeracy. Upper elementary and middle grades 4 through 7 will focus on mastering core content, and high school 8 through 12 will emphasize college and career readiness. This alignment ensures that instruction, support, and expectations are tailored to where our learners are in their growth. This reconfiguration also intentionally aligns with Louisiana's new accountability system, which places a stronger emphasis on growth, thriving, and achieving. By shifting to an 8-12 high school model, we are positioning our learners to access advanced coursework, dual enrollment opportunities, internships, and workforce pathways earlier. This directly supports the state's focus on preparing our learners for success beyond high school. I've had conversations with our school principals and our district staff, and they support the change as stated. Any questions?
What about the logistics and the buildings, and you don't have to do anything like that?
Yes, we've had that conversation. There is room at each one of the schools. Actually, there's more room at the A&T. So if in the future they would like to take 8th grade and keep that at the A&T, that's also a viable option.
I'm for it, I'm motion.
A motion? And a second? Second.
Any other
Any
questions?
questions? Questions? Okay. With roll call?
Ms. Goleta Porter,
Yes.
Ms. Virginia Bell,
Yes.
Ms. Linda Cheney,
Yes.
3-0 motion, refer to the full board to vote.
Okay, that concludes our education committee.
Okay, we can come back to our budget and finance now. Our financial person has arrived.
Hello, good evening, board and community members. I'm Ms. Casa, the Director of Finance. They'll be passing down a paper to you all. Please excuse the budget adjustment column. Right now, we are in the middle of trying to create a budget. A budget adjustment to present to you, also preparing for the 26-27 to fall. So please excuse that column. But the year will March 2026. That is the most accurate data that we have. This is all of our funds broken down. Our general fund is not broken down. I will have that for you next month so you all can see where we are. Right now, our district is in a good financial standing. We are not in debt. We currently are on a steady pace to remain laid out correct this moment.
And
So-
we still have some funds invested in LAMP.
Yes, and we still have our LAMP funds that are in our investment just in case for our cushion to make sure our district stays above water. So that is always something to have in the back of your mind, and it is still gaining interest.
As well.
Regions as
And
well.
regions. Okay, great.
Region. So that is a breakdown of where we are currently at the moment. I'm
So,
sorry. Any
Ms. Cheney made
questions?
a good point. These funds are not reoccurring funds that are in our regions and LAMP accounts. These are funds that are in our general fund balance. And so instead of it just sitting there, we take it and just try to make, some type of investment off of it. And so the investment isn't enough to generate any type of revenue that is going to be able to do anything except kind of, pad our fund balance and just maintain where we are.
Correct.
So we're solid financially, but we don't have enough to say, okay, we have enough in our fund balance or in our general fund budget to say we can give everybody a raise or we can
Or a stipend.
purchase this big old thing. So
Correct.
just want to make that clear.
Alrighty. Okay. And second, I am here to talk about our audit. So, as I previously presented to the board, we assumed that we would be done with our audit. Unfortunately, we have had hiccups with our internal auditor, and it has pushed us back to where we had to request an extension to the Louisiana Legislative Auditors Firm. Our extension currently has been accepted, and we have been extended to June 30th, 2026. Yes, that is very much so bringing it close to our new fiscal year. We do apologize. We have kicked things up in gear. We are standing firm and pushing the gas on our internal auditors so we can get this taken care of. I do apologize for the mix up and the inconvenience. And to let you all know, if we do not meet the extension, the state will freeze our funds. And with the state freezing our funds, of course, we will still have the MFP, but additional funds that help keep us afloat in our district flowing, it will be frozen. So we are trying to, at our very best, meet that deadline before the deadline. So we do not have to, as a district, fall or have to use our emergency funds to keep afloat. So I will keep you all informed on what's going on. I do apologize for the inconvenience, but we will go ahead and make it happen. Are there any questions regarding the audit? Okay. Alrighty. I take full responsibility for everything that has happened, and I will keep you all informed and try to keep us moving.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, that concludes the budget and finance.
Okay, we're gonna move on to our regular board meeting. I ask Reverend Philip Lee to come to the podium and give us a prayer, please. He's outside.
There's one right there. There's one. She can do it. She'll pencil it.
Miss Linda, can you come? Can you come and give us a prayer, please? Your wife gonna do it. Yeah.
Father God, as we bow our head, Lord God, we thank you for this assembly, and we thank you for each and every person that is under the sound of my voice. Lord God, I pray that you would bless our board, bless our community, and bless the students that attend to these schools. Lord God, let your will be done, and we in everything that we know that you're in charge of, it is blessed. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic stands under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
dedication in the district. In addition, we had our ag class where they're actually starting to raise chickens now, which is really interesting. And it's really like a fun hands-on learning experience for the kids. But there are so many more things that are going on our campus. But for the sake of time, I just wanted to highlight a few different things. But I just wanted to say that we are growing and improving, and just continuing to making a difference in our school community. Thank you.
Thank you, Cassidy. Please give another round of applause for Cassidy. Because it takes a lot of courage, it takes a lot of guts to stand up in front and speak in front of a lot of people. And so, she's doing a fantastic job along with all of our other members on our Superintendent Advisory Council. I just like to recognize Micah Starks, who's also in the audience. Let's give a round of applause for him. He organized a wonderful junior brunch a couple of weeks ago, which was very, very, very nice. You want to come up and say a few words about it, Micah?
Maybe later.
But he did a fantastic job, so thank you for that. Next up, we're going to recognize our Science and Social Studies Fair winners. So we have Dr. John Paul and Ms. Nettles.
Good evening, board members, superintendent, parents, learners, and community members. I'm here to give you the update of the science fair that was held on December 10th and 11th of last year, and also the regional science fair that was held at Southeastern Louisiana University on February 6th, and also the details of the winners. 25-26 science fair has been a remarkable success. We had nearly 120 projects, and I would like to recognize nearly 40 projects from the high school, and until the science fair day was remarkable. I truly appreciate all the learners and the parents, especially those who really help them and encourage them for us, and also who have learners to complete the projects. And as we move into the award ceremony, it is not the awards, but also the me start with grade 3. If they did not participate at the regional level, we really wanted to start the process right from 3rd grade level, so they can be aware of this process when they move on to the next grade level. First, I would like to call upon Jade McKnight, 3rd grade, 1st place in chemistry. The project title was Growing Gummy Bears.
What's the title?
Growing Gummy Bears.
Growing Gummy Bears.
Yep. Next, elementary division, grade 4 through 6. The overall district winners from 5th grade, Zaria Overton, Diamond Jones, Elisha Lee. They won the 1st place. They also received the honorable mention at the regional science fair. Their category was energy, chemical, and physical. The project title was Walking Water. Next, Caroline Cuzzard and Phoebe Cuzzard, they received the 1st place also, and they received 3rd place at the regional science fair. Their category was biochemistry. The title was How Does Toothpaste Project Enamel on Tip? on team. Protect the enamel on team. Honorable mention from sixth grade, Cadence Muse, Morgan Burns, London Lee. They received the honorable mention at the district level, and their category was chemistry. And their project title was Gummy Bear Chemistry. And from fourth grade, Kristen Tillery, honorable mention at the district level. The category was Energy, Chemical, and Physical. The title was Good versus Bad Energy. I would like to give a special recognition to a teacher, Ms. Teresa Brumfield. I believe she's here. Yeah. Please come forward. The reason is that she alone helped the learners to complete nearly 38 to 40 projects out of 80 projects. So 50% of the projects came from Ms. Teresa Brumfield's class. So truly appreciate you. Right from the beginning, she was on, in touch with the parents and myself and also the learners. And thank you so much for your commitment and dedication. It is truly appreciated. Yeah, let's take a picture and then we can call upon the high school. Good job, good job. All right, let me start off with 7th and 8th grade. First place, Teralisha Lee, category Biomedical and Health Science. The project title was Light, Colors, and Heartbeats. Teralisha Lee, first place. Elise Hitchen, second place. Elise Hitchen also received the honorable mention at the regional science fair. Her category was Chemistry. The project title was Salty Charge. Yeah, that project was quite different. I've never heard that before. How the increase of salt will increase the energy and how we can make the car move. So it was phenomenal. Alani Garden, third place at the district level. At the regional level, honorable mention. The category was engineering mechanics. The topic was my mechanical robot arm. Alani Garden? She's not here. Okay. All right, let's move on to the next division, senior division 9 through 12. Camille Holiday, first place, and she received the third place at the regional science fair. Category was chemistry. The topic was the effects of common beverages on tooth enamel. The second place, Martin Villaja, Janaya Jones, Micah Starks. They won the second place at the district level, and then they received the honorable mention at the regional science fair. Their category was animal science. The topic was how does water temperature affect the time it takes on egg white to coagulate. Honorable mention from the high school, Baker Taiwan, Givens Jamaria, Perry Christopher, Alexis Tillery. Honorable mention at the district level in the category of chemistry. The topic is the chemistry of rust prevention. Anybody here? Baker Taiwan, Givens Jamaria, Perry Christopher, Alexis Tillery. Thank you all once again.
Good evening, board, community members, staff, and learners. The St. Helena Parish School District proudly recognizes the outstanding achievements of our learners who participated in the District Social Studies Fair. These exceptional projects reflect a deep understanding of the unit-aligned content, showcasing the learners' ability to think critically, conduct research, and communicate their knowledge of history, civics, and the world around them. Now for our winners. The winner of Division 1 with the project entitled The Black Death, Christopher Holmes Atkins. Christopher also represented St. Helena at the Region 8 Social Studies Fair and received third place for his project. Christopher is a fifth grader at St. Helena Arts and Technology Academy. He did a wonderful job. The winner of our Division 2 with the project entitled The Effects of Hurricane Katrina on Our Region, Duran Cook. Duran is an eighth grader at St. Helena College and Career Academy. The winner of our Division 3 with the group project entitled The Impact of the Great Depression on U.S. History, Serenity Lunnan, Janaya Jones, and Micah Starks. These learners are 11th graders at St. Helena College and Career Academy. I would also like to add that this project and these learners won second place at the Region 8 Social Studies Fair, and they will be representing St. Helena Parish School District at the State Social Studies Fair in Lake Charles on May 5th. So we are very excited about this. And I would also like to recognize and commend the teachers who guided and supported our learners throughout this process. Through their support, learners were able to explore meaningful topics, engage in research, and produce projects that were aligned to their classroom learning. First, I would like to recognize Mrs. Angela Torrance, our U.S. history teacher. Next, I would like to recognize Mrs. Teresa Brumfield, who is our fifth grade social studies teacher. And last, I would like to recognize Mrs. Faith Holmes, our 7th and 8th grade social studies teacher. The success of our social studies fair is a direct reflection of the strong partnership between our educators and our learners. Congratulations to all of our learners and teachers for representing St. Helena Parish School District with excellence. Thank you.
Next, we are going to recognize our learners and employees of the year. Ms. Watson or Ms. Jackson? The principals will be doing the recognition this evening.
Good evening, board, superintendent, and community. I have the privilege and honor of recognizing our learners and teachers and staff of the year for the Early Learning Center, and it definitely is an honor. I will start with our learner of the year, Jamariana Brumfield, who is not only an academic learner, but she's also a model learner to her peers.
All right.
Our new teacher of the year, Miss Iasia Smith, jumped right on in and she was ready to roll. We appreciate her hard work, her dedication. She moved very quickly and her learners are growing very swiftly. Our teacher of the year, none other than Miss Denise Holland. There are not enough words I can say about Mrs. Denise Holland. So I think we all know that this is an honor and a privilege, and we're so happy to have you. And not last but not least, our outstanding support staff of the year, who is Miss Yasmin Lee, our cafeteria manager. She goes above and beyond to make sure everything moves swiftly in the cafeteria, and we appreciate all you do.
Thank you, Ms. Smith. Mr. McPherson, Principal for St. Helena Arts and Technology Academy.
Good evening, members of the board. Can I get all learners and faculty of St. Helena Arts Technology Academy to stand, please? Please stand, please stand, please stand, please stand, please stand, please stand, please stand. And I would just like to recognize everyone who is an alumnus or everyone who works at SHADA, everyone who goes to SHADA, just because we're celebrating this, but this is truly a team effort. So I celebrate you all. Can we clap it up for our SHADA team? You all can sit down. And I liken them to shining stars. We're glad to celebrate our shining stars because I learned in one of our science classes that the energy inside of a star helps it shine so bright. So today we don't celebrate achievement, rather we celebrate alignment with people using the gifts and the talents that God gave them and aligning their energy to meet the 3 pillars of our district vision. So without further ado, I would like to recognize this shining star, Miss Zaria Overton, our learner of the year. Zaria is she truly exemplifies what we always call hashtag St. Helena winning. She is a star both in the book, a super and outside of the 4 walls of the classroom. And we celebrate you, and we know that the sky is the limit for you. I would like to also celebrate in her absence our new teacher of the year, Miss Dominique Sims. She is a trooper. She was teaching open 24/7, day and night. You can call her. People see her in the store, and she is a stellar example of what dedication looks like and what perseverance looks like. She started here in the parish, and she has just grown leaps and bounds. And I'm so glad to present our support staff member of the year, the legend, the one, the only, Mrs. Angela Wright, our disciplinarian inside. Thank you, board, our superintendent, our community for the opportunity to work with these fine individuals and allowing us to truly fulfill our district vision. Now I present to you our principal of St. Helena College and Career Academy, the Miss Nedra Wilson.
You doing it, How are you doing? Thank you, esteemed board members. I'd like to present our great and welcoming, our great and awesome learners and faculty of the year. We have Jacob Franklin, our 8th grade learner of the year. He's an awesome student, a leader among his own kind. He's always in class, always on time, always engaged in whatever the lesson is. We have Miss Cassidy Cahoe. Miss Cassidy Cahoe is our senior learner of the year. Miss Cassidy Cahoe leads by faith, and it's awesome to see that every day because in 2026, to find a young lady leading by faith is an awesome thing. She's always pleasant. She's always welcoming. We have our support staff of the year, Miss Vanessa Travis. She was one of the very first faces I met. She said, I know you can do it. I believe in you. So I really appreciate she's out some of the people every day who feed into me and sow into me. And I just want to tell you all thank you, as well as how you said all of our St. Helena College and Career Academy who's here, parents who are here who will one day be at the school. Thank y'all as well. And that's it. Thank you all so much. Oh, don't leave. They so used to working on that. I think you worked today. Tonight, I am standing in place to recognize an amazing school administrator, our 2026 Principal of the Year from St. Helena Early Learning Center, Miss Tempest Smith. Is an amazing educator. And so, Ms. Smith, thank you for all you do for our tiny people and for our district.
I would just like to congratulate all the learners, teachers, parents, community from showing up tonight as we recognize the individual in St. Helena Parish for we are hashtag St. Helena Win. Actually won something, and I'm very proud of that.
So we'd like to take a moment now to show you the video. This was all created by our learners from the Exceptional Services Department, who is in the Opportunity Now Project Create program. So this is all done by them.
We're from St. Helena Parish Schools, and this is what endless possibilities.
We hit the lights. Maybe we can see them.
We compete with pride and purpose. We learn discipline, teamwork, and heart. We're preparing for college and careers. We take our education seriously. We design, build, and solve real problems.
Yeah, that's better. Thank you.
We give the support we need to succeed. We're building strong leaders and confident voices. We challenge ourselves and we rise to. We gain real world experience. We serve our community. We explore careers and responsibility. We grow leadership, teamwork, and career. And you'll help you create your future events. We tell our own stories. We lead the creative process. And we create with purpose. This video production was led by St. Helena Parish ESS students. At St. Helena Parish School, we have no limits because we redefine the word acceptable. All that.
So we're very proud of the work that they did do. And as a result, you see the check down there. They won a check for $1,000. And so, yes, so we'll figure out what we're going to do with it. But we'll get with the teacher and everybody and work on that. But we're so very proud of the work that they put into this video. So, yay. All right. Next up on my list is the 2026 Literacy Bash. We have over 430 learners who qualified for the Literacy Badge. And today it was, crunch time right now, just preparing and getting everything ready for tomorrow. And it's been a whole lot. The kids will have the opportunity to get on the big blow up water slides. We have video games and stuff for them. We have rides, lots of food, candy, and all kinds of other things for them to experience tomorrow. It is tomorrow, it starts at 9:00, and we'll have a bus that will bring the kids to the Fifth Ward Rec Center, where they'll spend the day with us, just enjoying and celebrating their success. So we're recognizing all of the kids who completed their summer reading program and also who earned mastery or advanced on the LEAP assessments. So please give them a round of applause, our over 430 learners who will be there tomorrow having fun. And I just have to say too, they will receive a bag, like the string bag. They could put their wet clothes in, but in that bag, we were sitting there at central office, like doing an assembly line, just like putting all the candies and stuff in there. So what do they have? They have blow pops, sour punch, ring pops, Skittles. I mean, there's just a lot of stuff for them. And I was telling the staff that, the bag itself is a gift, but now they have all of the candy inside of it. And then when they get there, there's all of the food and the rides and the games. So yeah, we like to celebrate them and just say thank you for the hard work that they put in. The next thing is the Literacy Lab ribbon cutting ceremony, which will be on May 6, 2026 at 10:00 at the Early Learning Center. So here at the high school, we have a makerspace. And in the makerspace, there are a lot of STEM-related activities that kids can experience. And it is designed to be an in-house field trip. So all of the kids across the district are able to go there and, and experiment and do all of the things there. Now we will have a literacy lab where all of the kids will be able to go and do things that are literacy based. And this is a partnership through the Louisiana Resource Foundation. And we also partner with them. We get the Kid Scoop newsletter that comes out every month. So it's this same organization. And we've been working really closely with Ms. Terry Hodges, who is the Director of Community Outreach and Partnerships. And that space is going to be the best literacy lab in the state of Louisiana, hands down. So we invite you to come in and for the ribbon cutting and see for yourself the awesome space that we'll have for our learners. I won't give anything away because they want us to be hush about, the decorations and everything that's in there. We want you to come in and see for yourself. So that will be May 6th at 10 o'clock at the Early Learning Center. Same day, we will have our partnership recognition luncheon. This is our second annual luncheon where we will recognize over 20 of our school partners, just to recognize them and to thank them for their partnership in helping us advance our district vision. And the last thing I want to share with you all, last year we started our Summer iReady program. And in talking with our staff and planning for the summer and the next school year, we looked at a different way to approach this to make sure that all of our learners have access and opportunity to complete the program. And Ms. Nettles, if you'll come up and kind of help piggyback with me as we go over this. So we look at the last benchmark assessment and we identify all of the learners who did not meet benchmark, right? Did not meet the gains. These are the same kids typically who are not passing the LEAP test every year. And as you know, we have got to do something to get everyone to understand the importance of our learners passing this test. We have to get our parents to be more engaged and active with what their learners are doing every day in school. And so this iReady program is an online platform that tracks our learners' progress, and it is designed to help support and increase their skills in ELA and also in that. So if a kid was not successful on either benchmark, either ELA or math or both, they will be required to complete a certain number of lessons.
It's passing 20 lessons,
Mhm.
which is different from last year,
Right.
because it was the hours and it was too difficult to track. So this year, with the passing of 20 lessons, it's going to provide the learners the ability to go into their dashboard and actually see how many lessons they passed. So they have a tracking sheet. They're going to get a tracking sheet. So it's going to be streamlined. Last year, we were trying to, keep track of the hours, but now we'll be able to keep track of the lessons that they passed. And we have a report for that. Before we didn't with the hours. So it's going to be a little easier, but we're also doing something different this year. You want me to talk about how we started?
Go ahead.
Okay. So we are starting our program the week of April 14th, which is next week. This is going to provide our learners the opportunity to have that instructional assistant from teachers and interventionists. So they're going to start the program. They have until June 4th to pass the 20 lessons. And again, they can go on My Progress, and it tells them you've passed however many lessons. And I'm going to, of course, talk to the learners about, help them track it. But I think that this way, it's going to hold the learners accountable for the work that they do, because they're going to be tracking it as well as administrators and myself. With the third benchmark being a cumulative assessment where all standards are tested. If they scored below basic, we know that they did not master those grade levels. So this program right here is going to help to remediate those skills and standards that they need to be prepared for the next grade level.
I have a question.
Yes.
So how are you going to communicate this to the parents?
Okay, so we have the notification. So they're going to get the letter mailed home. I am going to personally deliver each to the learners on Monday. One delivered to them, one mail. We're going to have the social media, but I also have I also have a guide that shows them how to get on iReady in case on June or May 16th, some of our they're going to finish it at home.
I'm playing devil advocate.
Okay.
Because I hear these parents and I see it on social media. Well, I didn't get it in the Johnny didn't have it in his book set. And little Johnny never got a letter. So how are you going? Because that's what you're going to get.
Yeah. That isn't going to do anything to help consistently failing the test. I mean, that is how we receive our letter grade. And the accountability system has changed again. And this time it is more rigorous. And we have to step up to the plate. So we've got to get our parents to be more involved in helping us improve the success of our kids.
And again, I'm going to say it. No matter how or what we do, they still going to blame the school system. Right. So I'm telling you, I want to hold the parents accountable for signing something, some kind of documentation. Because guess what? We take the blame too many times when we're doing everything in our willpower to try to make this community successful. And without the community being involved, a dysfunctional school system.
Text message, social media, OA, putting it in the backpack, making a phone call, mails. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you. But the biggest thing I think is giving the kids the opportunity to to at least start it while they're in school. At the same time, holding parents accountable for kids, doing what they need to do. And we've done this board, we all teach everybody, we've done everything. We've done everything. The final thing is get the test scores up. And we did a lot of work this year, partnering with the curriculum group, partnering with the Department of Education. We're having all these partners to come in and provide that assistance that kids need in the classroom. I'll tell you this, and then I'll be finished. I had the opportunity to go on LSU's campus and visit their high school, University High. That is one of the top high schools in the state. They have 2 teachers in every classroom. 2. And so I immediately made a phone call and said, how can we get 2 teachers in the classroom with the teachers that we have? How can we make that happen? Well, in partnering with the curriculum group, we did change up some things where they were pulling out kids who needed supports. They started pushing in. And so for several months, we did have 2 teachers in the classroom in our core subject areas. So we did, the best that we could with the resources that we have. And I know that we provided lots of training, lots of supports for our teachers. Dr. John Paul and Ms. Nettles, we did this 3-week observation cycle process where the teachers got some quality job embedded professional development. We went in the classrooms, did the observations, provided the feedback, did the training, did the coaching, did all of those things, pushed to get the kids to understand the value and the importance of passing this test. I spoke directly with the state superintendent and told him the needs that we had in the district. And whatever it is that we needed, he provided. We had Department of Education people to come in on a regular and go in and support what's happening in the classroom. Teaching, providing support with the teachers, all of that. So we are looking to see, to have some improvement this year. I can't tell you by how much, but based on our recent benchmark assessments, we saw some gains. And so with all of that work, that effort is put in, we're doing what we need to do. We need our parents to get on board with what we're trying to do here. And so it is critical that it's called accountability. It's accountability. If you want to see a quality school system, if you want to see us be an A-rated school district, it requires the community to come in and support kids. Support the kids. Support your future. So we're just asking again for support from our parents and support from this community. And if you have questions or concerns, or if you feel apprehensive about something, or you've heard something, or whatever it may be, our doors are open. Come in and talk to us. Let us know what the issues are. We'll tell you, the truth, the facts behind it. So I always say, there's 3 sides to every story. Your side, my side, and the truth. And so we're about finding the truth. And we're about and telling the truth. So if there are any questions, concerns, whatever it is it may please come and let us know, and we will have that discussion. We'll have the conversation because we need parents. We need the community to support the school system. And with that concludes my report.
Item C, approve meeting agenda for March 12th, 2026, committee meeting. Minutes, March 12th, 2026, regular board meeting. Can I get a motion to approve those two collectively? Motion by Ms. Joyce Porter, second by Mr. George Hughes. Any question? No question. Shall pass by general consent. Item D. Approve the committee reports from April the 9th. Twenty 26. And can I motion by Mr. George Hughes, second by Ms. George Porter. No questions? Shall pass by general consent. Item E, executive session. Can I get a motion that we move into executive session?
We go into executive session.
Motion by Mr. Alton Travis, second by Ms. Bales, that we go into executive session No questions? No questions shall pass by consent. We shall return shortly.